All right, everyone, good morning. We're going to get started here with our gentle yoga. Okay, well, it's great to see you all this morning. We're going to start in a seated posture on the floor. I like to use a folded up blanket to sit on. You can use a small pillow or a towel, something to raise your hips just an inch or two. It'll make it more comfortable for you to sit. And what that does is it raises up your hips so that you can sit with a straight spine. If you don't use something under your hips, it's easier to sort of cave in or round your lower back. We want to sit up nice and tall. If you're not comfortable sitting cross-legged, it's okay to stretch your leg out or have both legs out like this. That's just fine. Okay, whatever is comfortable for you. All right, so comfortable seated posture. Let's sit up nice and tall. And so it looks like we might have some new people here today, so I just want to welcome you. My name is Candace Rose, and we're going to be doing our gentle yoga this morning. So comfortable seated posture, you can rest your hands in your lap or on your knees. Go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. And by closing your eyes, you're just automatically drawing your awareness inward, right? So no longer paying attention to the room or any activity in the house. Just bring your awareness to your body, and I want you to notice your posture. So lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. And take a nice deep breath and relax down through the forehead, around your eyes, relax through the nose, your cheeks, the corners of your mouth, relax your jaw. Down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. Take a deep breath and relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, through the abdomen, your lower back, your hips, all the way down the legs to your feet and toes. So you're just scanning from the head to the toes, letting go of any tension in the body. And now focus on your breath. So you'll count the length of your inhale, count again the length of your exhale, even out your breath. So if you inhale to the count of 7, go ahead and exhale to the count of 7. All right, with your next exhale, let's bring the chin forward, hang your head down. Draw your chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. Feel that stretch of the back of the neck into your shoulders. Try to relax your jaw. And then roll your head gently to one side. So the face is forward, just let your ear hang toward the shoulder, relax your jaw. And around to the back, let your head go back. And then over to the other side. Good, bring your head back down to the front. And do a few circles. So inhale as you roll your head to the back. Exhale, roll your head back to the front. So this way you are following your breath, and this helps you to sort of stay in the moment, stay aware, stay focused. Good. And do that 3 times to each side. So when you're done on the one side, you can switch to the other side. Inhale as you roll to the back, exhale back to the front. And when you're done, just let your head hang down and clasp the hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head. This will add a little bit of weight to the stretch, and just hold for a moment. And then bring your head back up, put one hand on the head, the other one can just rest on your leg. Gently draw the ear towards your shoulder and hold. Good, back to center, over to the other side. Just notice, you might notice one side of your body or one side of your neck's a little tighter than the other. Okay, just being aware of that. Go ahead and bring your head back to center. You're going to turn your head gently from side to side, so back and forth. Good. One more. And let your head come back to center. All right, arms by the side. And again, you can either be cross-legged. It's okay to stretch your legs out if you need to as we're doing this, okay? Inhale, reach out and up. Nice deep stretch. Clasp your hands together, reach up. Exhale as you lean to one side. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, let's come back to center. Now place the hands on the back of your head. Gently draw the elbows back. And you can go to either side. So inhale as you exhale, you're going to lean to one side and then release and put your hand onto the mat. So you can have your hand on the mat and you'll look up towards the ceiling, pointing your elbow up. If you're comfortable coming down onto the elbow and you can keep your opposite knee and hip down, go ahead and do that. Inhale as you exhale, just look forward now and reach your arm over your head like you're reaching for the wall. Good, and hold 2. Draw the opposite hip towards the floor. 3, reach all the way out through the fingertips. And 4, and turn the palm upward. Inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. All right, we're going to switch the feet around. So if you are sitting cross-legged, go ahead and stretch your legs for a moment and then tuck the opposite heel in. Put the other foot in front, something like this, okay? Or you can sit with your legs stretched out. Let's switch how we clasp our hands together. I'm right-handed. I just naturally put my right thumb and finger on top. That feels more natural. So I'm going to switch that. So switch your hands around, reach out with the palms, or even stretching the hands and the fingers, and draw back, and stretch. And let's place the hands on the back of the head. Inhale, as you exhale, go to the opposite side, release and put your hand to the mat. So some of you are on the hand looking up, some of you come down into the elbow. Inhale, as you exhale, reach your arm over your head, and I want you to stretch all the way out towards the wall. There you go. And 2, 3, one more, 4, try to keep that opposite hip down into the floor. Inhale, reach and come on up, and exhale, let your arm come down. Good, nice deep stretch. Let's take the hands behind your back. You're going to clasp them together. Gently draw your shoulders back. Hold. Good, and let's relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Let your fingertips touch your shoulders. Take your elbows in, back, and around. So we're going to do nice big circles, slow rotations with the shoulders. Good, and let's change direction. And relax. Go ahead and let your arms come down. Let's stretch the legs out again. That is a long time to sit cross-legged. So let's stretch out, rock your feet in and out, relax your hips and your knees, maybe flex your feet a little bit. All right, after doing the neck, the shoulders, let's go right into the cat and dog tail stretch, and this will loosen up our spine, our lower back. I like to use extra padding under the knees. So if you want to use your blanket or towel for that, you certainly can, especially if you're on hard floor. Hands go right underneath the shoulders. You always want to open your hands real wide and spread your fingers so the weight is dispersed on the entire hand. Knees hip distance, feet relaxed. And as you exhale, tuck your chin in. Just round your back, round your shoulders and stretch. And then as you inhale, arch your back, go ahead and look up. Exhale, tuck your chin in. Rounding your back and shoulders. Inhale, arch now and look up. And just continue and move at your own pace. And again, bring your awareness back to your body. See if you can sort of stay present in the moment as you go through your yoga class. All right, with your next exhale, let your hips come all the way back to your heels, forehead towards the mat, reach out through the fingertips. It's okay if the hips don't come down to the heels. You can just bring your forehead down to the mat and reach forward. That's a really good stretch. It'll relax your back. Okay, and just hold for a moment. All right, we're going to do what's called the downward facing dog. I want your hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders. So for me, it's the small finger comes towards the edge of the mat. Come up onto your hands and knees. Let your toes curl under. You're going to lift your hips and you're going to press your chest back towards your legs. So you'll want to bend your knees slightly, keep lifting the hips towards the ceiling and press back towards your legs. And you can bend one knee and push the opposite heel to the mat. Alternate your legs back and forth so you can stretch out your calves. This is going to build some strength in the wrists, the hands, the upper body. Stretching out your spine. You can feel that nice stretch to your legs as well. Good. We're going to bring the shoulders forward. Let your knees touch down. Now sit back towards your left heel. Just a little to the left. I want you to twist to the right and stretch. So it's like the half tortoise, but we add a little twist to it. And 2, and 3, and 4. Good. And we're going to come up onto the hands and knees. Let's switch over. Sit towards the right heel. Twist over to the left and stretch. And 2, 3, and 4, and one more, 5. Good. Let's come back up onto the hands and knees. Okay, we're going to do a balancing posture. So I'm going to have you start by extending your left leg out behind you. And I want you to find a point to stare at on the floor in front of you. And now you're going to extend your right arm. So it's the opposite arm. So the left leg is stretched out. The right arm is reaching out towards the wall. You're staring at a point. Just hold. Good. And we're going to come down on that side. Let's do the other side. So extend that right leg back. Get your balance, find your focal point, and then reach out with that opposite hand, the left hand, and reach. And breathe. Good. And relax. All right, let's bring the hips back to the heels one more time. Reaching out with towards the fingertips. You can even rock your hips a little bit from side to side. And now we're going to move into the half pigeon. We're going to do a stretch for the hips. So I want you to slide your right knee all the way up between the fingertips. Turn your right heel in just a little bit. It'll be more comfortable this way. And so it comes a little more towards that left hip bone. Take your left leg, stretch it back even further if you can, even if it's just like a ½ inch further. Look forward as you inhale. And then as you exhale, come on down and you can rest. You can just rest like this on your elbows. If you're comfortable coming down, put your forehead down onto your forearms. And I want you to take some deep breaths here and relax into the posture. So as you're moving through your hatha yoga, which is the exercise, right? Physical yoga, I want you to, with every posture, take a deep breath and see how relaxed you can get into the pose, right? You'll find that your body starts to open up, you're able to go just a little deeper into that stretch. So it's a slightly different approach. We're not forcing or pushing the body into a posture. We're allowing the body to relax into a pose. So if we do anything that's not comfortable for you, you can come out of the pose early, or you can modify if you need to. All right, so bring the chest up. Let's place the hands on the mat. We'll use the downward dog to transition to the other side. So you go on the ball of the back foot, lift your hips, press back into your downward dog and stretch. And bring your shoulders forward, knees come down to the mat. Let's do the other side. So slide that left knee all the way up. Turn your heel in and stretch your right leg back. Go ahead and inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you come on down and relax. I like to rock a little bit in the posture. If that feels good for you, you can do that. Just always paying attention to how do you feel, right? All these postures should feel good. All right, bring your chest up, hands firmly on the mat. Let's do one more. Step it back into the downward dog. Again, you can do your runner stretch, bend one knee, push the opposite heel down to the mat. Just alternate your legs back and forth. Good. Let your shoulders come forward. Let your knees touch down to the mat. Bring your hips all the way back to your heels. And then bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Go ahead and let your toes curl under and you can sit back on your heels. Good. All right, we're stretching our feet right now. Okay, we're going to come to a standing posture. So go ahead and take your towel or blanket and just put it off to the side and then bring yourself right on up to standing pose. I'm just going to adjust the camera slightly so you can see me a little better. All right, so in our standing posture, let's start with the feet about hip distance. Keep the hands on the hips. Your knees are just relaxed or soft. You're going to lean forward, roll around to the back as you inhale. Exhale back to the front. Just like we did with the neck rolls. Inhale to the back. Exhale back to the front. Good, let's change direction. One more. Good, and go ahead, bring yourself back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, just fold right down into your front bend and relax. You can sway gently from side to side. Just keep your knees soft. Don't lock the knees when you're in a front bend. If you lock your knees, you're going to get lightheaded. Now, I want you to bend your knees, reach to the floor in front of you, come down into your squat. So if you do get lightheaded in front bends, make sure your knees are soft. Don't lock them. And you can always come out sooner if you need to. Come out of your posture. Back into that front bend. Good, and back down to the squat. One more time, let's go into our front bend. And bring your chest up, hands into the hips. Inhale as you come right up to standing. So we did a front stretch, we're going to do a back stretch. So to do that, I want you to support your back. So you put the heel of your hands right under the rib cage. Fingertips point towards the floor. Knees are soft. Gently stretch back, and you'll just go as far as you feel comfortable. If it bothers your neck, hunch your shoulders when you come back up. Okay, and bring yourself back up to center. All right, now we're going to draw the feet closer. So either the toes can touch, or you can have your feet just a couple of inches apart. Arms slightly out to the side. This is your mountain or Tadasana pose. We're just going to pause for a moment. Inhale, reach out and up. So go ahead and stretch. I want you to reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. So push out on that opposite hip. Inhale as you come on up, and exhale over. Inhale as you come to center, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good, come back to center. We're gonna do our vinyasa. So we're gonna move from posture to posture. Inhale. As you exhale, just fold right down into your front bend. Now place the hands on the front of your legs. So it looks like this. And then draw your chest forward. See how I flatten out my back? And then exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. Stretch all the way up. You can even arch a little bit back if that feels comfortable. And then bring your hands right back to your heart. Okay, and it does not matter if your fingertips touch the floor. It doesn't matter. Inhale, reach up. Your back is going to start to loosen up as you do this posture. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, hands on the legs. Draw your chest forward. Stretch out your lower back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. And then back to your heart. And again, inhale, reach up. So you're going to follow the breath with each movement. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. And exhale. Reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale as you fold. And then reach and come on up. So you notice that your body starts to open up, relax. You go a little deeper. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. See if you can stay fully present, fully aware in the moment. If your mind wanders, come back to this moment. Good, and then just come right back to the heart center. And relax. Let your arms relax. Let your legs relax. All right, so now we're going to, let's step the feet wide onto your mat and have your toes point straight ahead. Okay, so the feet are not angled out to the side. They're pointing straight ahead. That'll keep you from slipping on your mat. And then arms by the side. So you can do either arm, whatever feels comfortable. I'm going to extend out with the right arm. So you're going to go ahead and reach up. Inhale and stretch. And then as you exhale, slide that opposite hand down your leg and reach. Inhale as you come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Let's do the same thing on this side. Reach up. Inhale, exhale as you stretch. Inhale and exhale. And again, reach up. Stretch. Inhale. And exhale, and one more. Good, reach and relax. So we're going to do a split leg front bend. Hands on the hips. Inhale as you come forward into your stretch. Go ahead and let your arms hang down to the floor. Again, you can soften your knees a little bit. Now I'm going to have you reach over to either leg. I want you to hold into the ankle or the calf and imagine you're drawing your head towards the knee in that direction. Reach over to the other leg. Let's do the same thing. Draw your head towards the knee. And then come right back to center. Good. Bring your chest up. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale as you come on up. We'll do a standing back stretch. You're going to support your back, soften the knees a little bit, and gently lean back. Good. And right back up to standing. And then go ahead and step your feet in. All right, so we're going to practice our balance today. I want your hands on the hips. Let's start with feet hip distance. So we're going to start by loosening up the knee, the ankle, and then we'll go right into our tree posture. So in this posture, you get to start on either leg. So you're going to shift your weight to one leg. I want you to find a point to stare at, maybe on the floor in front of you. You're going to go ahead and bring up the opposite leg. Let's start by making a big circle with your foot. So we're rotating the knee and we're going to change direction. Good. Let's extend that leg out and now make a big circle with your foot. You might be able to hear my ankle. Go in the opposite direction. All right, and then let's go ahead and switch. So shift your weight to the opposite leg, find your point to stare at. That's very important to help with your balance, to have something to focus on. Bring the opposite leg up. Let's draw a big circle with your foot and then change direction. Good, extend that leg and rotate your ankle. And then in the opposite direction. All right, so you just balanced through movement. So now we're going to balance standing still. All right, so again, find your focal point, shift your weight to either leg. Your hips will be forward, the knee just turns to the side. You can balance with your toe on the mat, your big toe or your toes. Or you can bring the foot up above your ankle, or you can bring the foot up above the knee. So you want to be above or below the knee with your foot. Don't put the foot on the knee, so you don't want to put pressure on the kneecap. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your hands either to your heart. If you prefer, you might like reaching up. Some people like to reach up like this or open their arms. I balance best with the hands at the heart. Find something to stare at. And I want you to zone out for a moment. I just want you to relax your gaze. And take a deep breath. And allow your body to relax. Allow your mind to get quiet. All right, when you feel ready, go ahead and come slowly bring your leg down and let's switch to the other side. Now you might notice that you balance better on one leg than the other. That's pretty normal. And from practicing yoga, you're going to find that that starts to become more even between the sides. Your balance will become better on both sides. So again, you can do toes on the mat the whole time, or you can bring your foot up above the ankle, or you can bring your foot up above the knee. So whatever variation you like, find your point to stare at. Relax your gaze. Allow your breath to slow down and deepen. Okay, go ahead and let yourself come down on that side as well. Very nice. All right, feet about, let's have the feet about hip distance. I want you to hang in a front bend, soften your knees. You might notice in the tree pose that your lower back tightens up a little bit from the standing posture, so just relax that. Sway a little bit from side to side, stretch up your legs. Also, front bends are good because it gets more blood to the brain, so that can help with our memory, right? Help us to sort of feel invigorated. Let's come down into a squat. Go ahead and bring yourself down. You can bring the heels up if that's comfortable. If you want to practice doing a squat with heels flat, you can work on that. It's a little harder, but you can practice that as well. All right, we're going to come down and do some seated postures. So carefully lower yourself down onto the floor. And you can stretch your legs out in front of you. I'm going to adjust my camera so it's a little easier to see. That way you can see my legs in front. There we go. Good. And go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. All right. So let's start. I really like the cradle pose. It's one of my favorite go-to stretches for my hips when my hips feel tight. So what you're going to do is you take either leg, you're going to place that foot into your hand, or you can wrap it up into your elbow. Wrap the opposite arm around your leg, and you're just rocking your hip from side to side. Sit up nice and tall. So if you are sitting a lot during the day, which I'm guessing most of us are with work, being on Zoom, right? If you could take time every day, even if you just have 15 minutes, if you could do 15 minutes of stretching every single day, you're going to see a big difference in how you're feeling. You could do this in the morning to get started, or you could even do a little bit of stretching before bed to help you sleep better. All right, let's stop the rocking movement. Gently pull that leg in, hold for a moment, and relax. Now you're going to place the foot right across the upper thigh, and your knee will come up off the floor. I want you to take your hand and very gently bounce that knee up and down. So we're loosening up your hip. All right, we're going to take this bent leg, cross it over your straight leg like this. And there's two variations. You can keep this bottom leg straight and lean forward. Or you can take this bottom leg and tuck it back like this. So it looks like, I don't know if you can see because I'm wearing black, but basically I've got one knee on top of the other and the feet go out to the side. And if it's more open like this, where you've got the knee to the side, that's okay too. You're going to get a good stretch. So either straight leg, or you've got the feet going back, both legs bent. Inhale, as you exhale, lean forward. So this one gets into the buttocks, into that hip area. Go back to practicing your awareness, deep relaxation. Take a nice deep breath and relax into the stretch. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And then as you fold into the pose, relax your lower back and your hips. Good, and then slowly bring yourself up and undo your legs. Let's do the other side. Just rock those feet in and out. Okay, so you're gonna take the opposite leg, put it up into your hand or your elbow, wrap the other arm around and just rock. Remember to sit up nice and tall. It's a good way to strengthen your back, and you'll notice from doing some yoga on a regular basis that your posture is going to improve. So you'll be standing taller, sitting taller, and that will help also to relieve tension in the neck, shoulders, and lower back. You just become really aware of your of the physical body and how you hold yourself. Good. Let's stop the rocking. Pull that leg in and hold. And relax. Let's place the foot right across the upper thigh. Put your hand on your knee and very gently bounce that knee a few times up and down. Right. If you want to review these videos, I am posting them. If you just type in my name into YouTube, if you type in Candace Rose Yoga, it'll take you to the page that has all of these videos. So you can be doing segments of them or doing the whole session on your own. All right, let's stop the rocky movement. Cross the bent leg over your straight leg. Some of you are leaving the bottom leg straight. Some of you are tucking that bottom leg under. Oh, inhale as you exhale, fold into your stretch. And breathe. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up and stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out a couple of times. And relax. All right. We're going to come down onto our backs. If you want extra padding, feel free to use your blanket, especially if you're on a hard floor. This might feel good. So you can just stretch it out. And when you come down onto your back, I always want, whenever you come down into your back, you should do this. You always start by coming down into your elbows, but you pull the knees in and then come down onto your back. And that's going to help prevent any strain to your lower back. So you start like this. We can clasp the hands across the knees and just rock from side to side. Take a deep breath and mentally relax all the way down that spine. If you have any tension in your back, just relax. Good. And then from here, I want you to place your feet down on the mat and open your feet wide. So you have one foot on either edge of your mat and we're going to start with, for me, it'll be my left knee. Just drop it down towards your right foot. And so you'll feel that all maybe across your abdomen, your upper thigh, your lower back, your knee, your ankle. Let's switch. Drop the right knee down towards your left foot and hold. Notice how that feels. And then just go back and forth. One knee, and then the other knee. Good. And then let's bring the knees back to center. Place the feet about hip distance apart. I'm going to do an exercise today for the stomach muscles, the core, the abdomen, and the lower back. And I'm going to show you a variation that I like to use for strengthening the stomach. Instead of trying to do sit-ups, I like to do this. So I'm going to have you clasp your hands behind your head, and this will support your head and neck. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring your left knee in towards the chest, and you're going to lift your shoulders and turn so that your right elbow comes towards the left knee. And then you're not going to lay all the way down. You're just going to place that left foot down. I'm keeping my shoulders off the floor. And now do the opposite. Bring the right knee in and let your left elbow touch the right knee. So that would be 2. You're just going to put the foot down. We'll do switch. That's 3, 4, 5. You're just going side to side. 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 20. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now you're going to rest back onto your back, and you can just release your hands, put them by your sides. Take a deep breath. Now, after doing that, you're going to feel tension in your lower back. So feet about hip distance, we're going to release that by doing our bridge pose. So press your back to the mat, press your feet down, and raise your hips up into a nice bridge posture. So you always want to be thinking opposite stretches. Well, if I stretched in one direction, I want to stretch in the opposite direction. So lift those hips and hold, and now roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Slowly come back down. And draw your knees up into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Feet on the mat, hip distance apart, arms by your side. Go ahead and lift up into your bridge posture and hold. Keep the big toes pressed into the mat. The heels are flat. Lift. Inhale. As you exhale, roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. And go ahead and draw your knees up into your chest. And relax your back. Rock a little bit from side to side. All right. Keeping the knees tucked in, let's open the arms completely out to the sides. You're stretching them out. You're going to let your knees go to the left, all the way down to the floor. And then turn your head, look out towards your right hand, and this will help draw the shoulder towards the floor. You can take your left hand, place it on the leg if you want, and gently draw down. So that'll add to the stretch, and just hold. And breathe 2. And 3. And 4. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, we'll go over to the other side. So same thing, you're going to bring the legs down to the right. Reach out through that left arm, turn your head to the left. That'll draw your shoulder towards the floor. And then you can put your right hand on your knee and draw down and just hold. You can even close your eyes if you want and relax. And 2, 3, and 4. Twists are good for getting into like the digestive system. Almost imagine like you're wringing out a rag, right? So it's a good way to sort of stimulate your digestive system. So let's bring the knees back to center and just rock again. If you ever feel nauseous from doing the yoga, especially when you first start doing yoga, you're releasing a lot of toxins in the body. It's kind of like if you get a deep massage. So if that happens, just drink a lot of water. If you feel like you need a nap later, give yourself some time to just rest, right? And then keep doing your yoga. That's a good sign, right? It's a good sign that you're getting things flowing and moving in the body. All right, from here, we're going to relax all the way down into the floor. So I want you to stretch your legs out. Oh, let your arms rest by your sides. Let the palms face upward. You can rock your feet in and out a few times and just let your feet fall right out to the sides. Close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good. And for the next few minutes, I want you just to allow the floor to support your body. And I'll talk you through a full body relaxation. Just like we did at the beginning of class, we'll do the same thing here at the end. So close your eyes softly and relax from the very top of your head. Relax down through the forehead. Relax around your eyes, through the nose, cheeks. Relax your jaw, down through the neck and throat. And relax your shoulders all the way down the arms to your fingertips. Take a nice deep breath. Relax now from the fingertips back up through the shoulders. Relax your upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center. Down through the abdomen, through your lower back. Relax your hips all the way down the legs, through your feet and your toes. And inhale and exhale deeply. Relax again your toes and feet. The lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Relax through the abdomen, through your lower back. Relax up through the heart center, your chest and lungs, your upper back. Relax through the neck, the shoulders, all the way up through the face and through the top of your head. And now slowly take a deep breath and start to bring your awareness back just by moving your fingers, moving your toes. Start to bring your awareness back to your body, and you can draw your knees into your chest and relax your lower back. And then let your legs fall to the side and just rest on your side for a moment. Just take a moment to relax. Good. And then when you're ready, you can slowly come up to a seated posture. Good. And then slowly open your eyes. All right. So that's our Hatha yoga portion of the class where we're doing the physical exercise. It's about 9:45. So those of you that are ready to start your day, I want to wish you a really peaceful day. And we're going to close this portion of the class with namaste. So hands to the heart, inhale as you exhale, fold, and namaste. Yep. Those of you that would like to stay for the next 15 minutes, do some pranayama breathing and a short meditation, or continue into a longer meditation after class, feel free to stay. We're going to get set up for that. Okay, and so I'm going to get situated here in just a moment. All right. So if you are going to stay and you want to do a seated posture, even just if it's just to do the breathing technique, you want to have a folded blanket or pillow underneath your seat. I actually like to make my blanket pretty thick. You can also do this sitting in a chair. You don't have to sit on the floor. The important thing is that your back is straight. So if you are sitting in a chair, I still recommend putting like a folded towel or pillow under your seat so you're sitting up tall, and move away from the back of the chair just a little bit. It'll be more comfortable if your feet are firmly on the floor, okay? All right, so today I want to do the alternate nostril breathing. I love this technique. I use this throughout the day, even if it's just a single round of doing it. You're going to notice when you do this technique how much calmer you feel after doing it. It only takes a few minutes. So what essentially you're doing is you're breathing in and out of one side of your nose at a time. And what that does is it opens the path, the airways that go into the brain through the nostrils. It just helps to open that up. And when both nostrils are more open, that's when we feel the calmness. That's going to kind of bring us to a more peaceful center. It's a real simple technique. So the way we're going to do that, there's what they call a mudra, hand symbol, where you take the first two fingers of your hand. So I'm using my right hand because I'm right-handed. The thumb presses on the right side of my nostril, and then the inside of my ring finger presses on the left side of my nostril. If that's not comfortable for your hand, if that doesn't feel right, you can do it this way. See where I have my hand? You just press with the right thumb against your right nostril, and then the inside of your pointer finger goes against your left nostril. So you're just closing one nostril at a time. And it goes in rounds of 3. Okay. The easiest way to do this is just have me talk you through it. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. Good. Bring the hand up in front of your face and inhale through both nostrils. Close the right nostril with your thumb and exhale through the left. Close the left one with your finger and inhale through the right. Close the right nostril and exhale left. Close the left one, inhale right. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Close the left one, inhale right. Now exhale through the right nostril. Close that with your thumb and inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. And inhale left. Let your hand come down and exhale and inhale evenly through both nostrils. And just notice how you feel. And now just continue to focus on your breathing. You can count to yourself the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. And if your mind starts to wander, just gently bring it back over and over again to the breathing. Use the counting to help focus your breath. Inhale and count, exhale and count. And if you get to a point where you don't need to count, your mind is just relaxed, then just rest in that peaceful space for a moment.